Hey, hope you guys are doing well. Edgar's from Solo Marketer here, and in this video I want to quickly show you how to do email marketing on System.io for completely free. So first of all, obviously what you want to do is, if you don't have a System.io account yet, you want to go to System.io, or you can just go to the link in the description afterwards. And yeah, as you can see, you can do email marketing for free if you check under pricing. And if you scroll down, there's obviously like a contact limit, funnel limit, all that stuff, right? But you can see here, when it comes to email sent, email broadcasts, which we'll touch upon in a second, are unlimited, and also you can do email campaigns, which we'll talk about in a second as well. So yeah, make sure to create a free account, not a free trial, just a free account. And yeah, if you're good with that, we can actually dive in deeper into the type of emails you can do on System.io. So the main two types of emails that you can do on System.io are you can do campaigns, which are here under emails, campaigns. So these are basically emails that I like to categorize them in two different kind of sections. One is like a confirmation email. Let's say somebody signs up for your lead magnet, right? You want to deliver it, like your PDF lead magnet, in a confirmation email as soon as they sign up. So that's like a single email, right? Or also if it's like a purchase, you can do like a welcome email, right? It's like, hey, thanks for purchasing. These are the things you need to know. Here's, what you need to download, or the Facebook group you need to join, whatever it is, right? With instructions. And then the other type is a kind of like a longer campaign. It's a string of emails. Let's say somebody signs up, you deliver the lead magnet, and then the next 5 days, you send them daily emails. So it would be like a string of 5 emails here, right? So I'm going to show you how to set that up as well. And a third type is separate from these two, is an email broadcast, which we'll check as well, which is under newsletters. And basically you just send email blasts either to your whole list or to a portion of your list, right? Like a segment that, let's say, fit a certain tag and whatnot. So this is a blast to your list. It's a one-time thing, while the previous ones are automated and they are triggered at a certain event. Let's say they sign up for something or they purchase something, or there can be different triggers. Yeah, so I guess we can start with the easiest one, the email blasts, and then I'll show you the more complicated ones, the campaigns, right? So when it comes to email blasts, simple as that, right? You click create. When you're under emails, newsletters, will be your subject line, right? This is your subject line, your name, your email, and then you can choose between Visual Editor and Classic Editor. Visual is more of a drag and drop. You drag in elements, drag in a headline element, drag in a like a paragraph element, images, all that stuff, right? I'm going to show you the Classic Editor. I'm going to show you the easy way, right? I'm a big believer in keeping your email simple, not corporate or like super fancy with fancy buttons. Just really simple. So that's what I'm going to show in this one, right? You click on Classic Editor, and that's how I do email marketing as well. I make them more relatable, and they look like actual emails from people, as opposed to like a newsletter, right? Where they just kind of, send you their what they want you to buy. So now that you can see we have created an email, right? We can click on it. So that's going to be our email broadcast. Over here, you can see the subject line. That is what shows up once you send out an email. That's like, next to your sender name, there's a subject line, like keep it short. Obviously, it's like a one-liner to get their attention, to get them to open the email, right? And this is a preview that comes next to it, right? Next to the subject line, there's like a preview text as well. You can try that out as well, test it out, see if you get more email opens. So these two are related, kind of like to entice people, to hook them, to get them to open your email, right? And then over here, as you can see, you can start typing in, right? This is your email body. You can, just kind of type in whatever you need to type in. And then at the bottom, let's say you want to guide them to a certain page, right? You can do check it out here, right? And then you can select this text, and then you can link it to a certain file or a page or whatever. Over here, if you click on the link icon, you can paste in your link, and then you click confirm. And that's going to be the link that they can use to kind of whatever the call to action is, right? At the bottom of the email. And then obviously, signature, right? It's pretty simple, and obviously the email marketing, like what you should write, all that stuff, that's a whole thing in itself, but this is kind of how you structure it, right? How you set it up, rather. If you check it out here on the right side, you have several options, the things you can adjust, which over here is you can set it up in a way that your emails get sent out to people that have been on your list for at least 5 days. Let's say you have a 5-day email campaign that you send out to people, like a nurture sequence, and that that lasts 5-6 days. So that's when you don't want to send these emails, because they're in a separate sequence. So that's what I kind of sometimes do as well. I just put in like 5 days, because that's my initial campaign, right? The welcome sequence. So I just do that. And also for the tags, if you obviously you need to have tags, but if you send it to the whole list, just select all. If you send it to specific people, do the drop down, select the tags you want to send it to, right? And here's the exclusions. Let's say you are selling a certain product, and people that have bought this product, they are tagged, right? Purchased this product. So you want to exclude them here, right? You don't want to sell to them what they have already bought. So that's like one example, right? Or like a lead magnet that they have signed up for, a quiz they have taken, they already tagged, they have taken this action. So you don't want them to see this email. You want the other people to see it. And this one is an important one. I just use this one, right? The first name, kind of like a custom field, which basically if you paste it in here, if you do something like this, hey, first name, right? Only maybe so basically if you do, let's do this, paste this plain text so it doesn't show up in a weird different color or whatever. This will autofill. As they sign up for your lead magnet to purchase your products, it's a good thing to ask for their first name along with the email, so you can customize their, the messaging kind of in the email. You can actually talk to them. This will autofill with, let's say, my name's Edgars, I signed up for a lead magnet for someone, so this field will fill in automatically with my name, with Edgars, right? So that's kind of a nice, nifty thing. I know, a lot of people do it, some don't, so it's your choice, but it's just, this is like the only one I kind of use. The other ones, you can see there's different kinds, but not really necessary, I would say. And here you can see all the basic formatting options. If you've used any sort of text editor, Word, Google Docs, whatever, it's all the same thing, right? So I usually do, maybe if I select all, maybe do a bigger font size. But again, test it out, see what works, space your text out properly so it's easy to digest it. And once it's done, what you want to do is you want to click on Save and Test, and you want to send it to yourself. Send yourself a test email. Never skip this step. People tend to be lazy, they don't do it. And then turns out there's a broken link. That's a common one, a broken link. Or sometimes you type this stuff in manually and you mess up a bracket, and then they receive just a hey, and it says first name. It doesn't autofill because it's written improperly. Grammar, obviously don't go super crazy, but to the best of your ability. It needs to be clean. It can't be just a bunch of mistakes. So that's why you send, even though it seems like it's fine here, if it is, you still send it to yourself on your phone. You check it out on your phone, your inbox, and just to see the formatting and the links and everything, you test it out. You check everything. So that's a vital step. Always do that. Afterwards, either save and send or save and schedule, and then whenever it needs to go out. This thing we will get back to in a second after I go through the email types. So the sender email address and the sender name, that's. So the other type of email is, there's the campaigns, right? And the two types of campaigns. As you can see here, I think with the free account you have one. So yeah, this is, let's say you have a lead magnet. You want to deliver it in a confirmation email. So this would be something like this. You create a campaign, and then as you can see within that campaign, you need to create an email. So it can be 1 to whatever, 100 emails, right? So first I'm just going to show you how to create the confirmation email. So I already have one here, but you need to click create, and then it's going to be the same, like it asks for subject line, do classic builder, same thing as the email broadcast. So here I have already created one just to show you what it looks like. So this is where it's already created. If we click on it again, so here you can see it has been built in the drag and drop, like the visual editor, right? This looks kind of different. There's like different colors, but yeah, it's something like this. It's like, hey, first name, same thing, congratulations on, either in this case it's the purchase, but it can be like a just signing up for this. And then basically if you click on this, it takes you to the full editor, and you can do the same thing. You can like select the text and you can link it right over here, or you can drag in a button as well. So if you go back, there's like elements over here. This is the visual editor, right, that I talked about before. I still made it simple. I try to not go crazy with the buttons and the images and all that. It's just, you can try, you can see if it makes a difference, but I usually try to keep it simple. Like if you were to send an email to your friend or relative, it needs to be relatable and natural. In this case, it would be, you take the button element, you drag it in here, right, click on it, you can add it like download the free guide here, right? So that would be one way, and then you paste the URL in here, obviously the font size and the colors and all that stuff. You can edit it here, so that's kind of a nice thing. This is how you create the confirmation email, but it needs to be connected, right? So you can actually deliver it. So if we save changes and leave, so now we have, let's say there's a lead generation funnel, right? Where we promised them a freebie. So here we have a squeeze page. Let's go edit the page. This will probably be the way that makes the most sense. It's within this page. We have created the campaign, right? And now we want to connect it to this. We have a sign up form here, right? So we click on the button where they sign up for the freebie, right? In this case, like a fictional freebie, like a guide, how to make your first $1,000 online. And over here, it says add automation rule, right? So if you click on it, add action, subscribe to campaign, and this is the one we just created. Save rule. So it will take them, it will automatically send them the email that we just created. And then we click save. Also, same thing, open the page, test it out, see if the email gets delivered. Always test everything out, right? Before you send it out to the world. So the third way is, if we go back, so usually it's like a confirmation email, but you want to do like a nurture sequence, right? A welcome sequence, I call it. Many people call it. So what you would do then, you would have a string of emails under this one campaign. This is the confirmation email. So let's say you want to do 5 more emails within the next 5 days. So what you do, you create the second email, click create, and then you do the same thing, right? So email 1. I'm just going to name it this. It's the actual subject line, but I'm going to name it as such just so you can see where it's on the list related to the other emails. Classic editor. Let's click save. You know, we do the email, do all that stuff, right? We type it out. And what we want to do here is we want to save and publish, rather. Save and publish. And then we want to select we want to do a 1-day delay after the previous email. So here we tell System.io which email it is, and then how long after we want this to be delivered on autopilot. We don't have to manually send it to them, right? They're in a sequence. So let's click activate. Let's go back, right? We have 2 emails. You can see delay over here. So if you want to do another email, email 2, save. Again, as soon as you type it out, save and publish, 1 day after this email, right? Not after the first one, but after, well, you can technically do 2 days after the first email, but you know, this makes more sense. Activate, exit, right? 1 day delay, 1 day delay after the previous one. Here you can click on it and it shows you after previous email was sent. And obviously here's all the statistics and all that stuff, which you can see under emails statistics. You can see more information on your stuff as well, right? So yeah, this will be, obviously, once you start sending out emails, this is where all the data will show up. Another important thing is, in order for your emails to actually arrive in their inbox, there's a couple things you need to do. These are like the conceptual things on how you can do email marketing, but there's a couple things that technically you can skip, but they're highly recommended because otherwise you're just all of a sudden your emails stop sending to everyone. So you need to do a couple things. You need to go to settings, and then you need to go to emails over here on the left side. And over here, there's a couple things that you need to do. First one, obviously, you need to have a business email. Technically, you can do a Gmail, and it kind of might go through, but since February 2024, they've been, Google and Yahoo and I don't know, maybe some other companies, they've been kind of cracking down on people using these free email addresses to communicate like one-to-many. So just so you know, warning you ahead of time, here it says the same thing at the top as well. It might say the same thing in your case. It's just that there's more of a chance of the emails ending up in spam. That's just their way of combating spammers, just using any free email, whatever. This is like one of the, amongst other steps, this is one of them that is highly recommended. Just go create either like in Google Workspace, create a new one, or there's other platforms. I don't have a single recommendation, but just go create a business email, and then over here, click here to confirm your email address. And yeah, to do that, it's pretty straightforward. You click on it, you type in your email, and then you receive a confirmation email where you kind of need to approve that, right? But if you're struggling, if you need like a more detailed description, you can just Google how to confirm your email sender address in System.io, and it's going to be the first article created by System. It's pretty straightforward. It's like a 5-step process. It's really simple. But yeah, it's the same thing I just described. You need to have your own domain as well, recommended, as you can see at the bottom. Authenticate your domain, and basically it's just improve your email deliverability rates. Again, not completely mandatory, but don't be surprised, right? If your emails just go to spam or don't deliver, just this is, yeah, you know, like a fair warning basically. And for this one as well, how to the Google search would be something like how to add custom domain system.io, or how to authenticate your domain system.io. Basic Google search is really simple. They have separate instructions for GoDaddy, for Namecheap, or, you know, there's like different ones. Again, no recommendations which one to use, but just Google that. It gives you like a full description. This is like a longer process. And then later on, you can, once you have that done, just kind of approve the sender email. Once you send it out, this is the email address that they can reply to. So this will be the business email that you have added here at the top, right? And this one, the test email, this would be the one that where you do tests yourself. Remember the button at the top, save and test? This would be that email. So make sure to do that as well. So yeah, as I said, these ones you can technically skip, but not recommended. Just if you need to send something today, do it, but then fix this as quickly as possible and do it the right way. That's just gonna, trust me, that's gonna not pay dividends. It's just not gonna face the consequences of just trying to do it the lazy way, basically. And yeah, just this was kind of a short one. Hopefully this made sense. There's an email guide in the description if you want to check it out, kind of like the 13 things I've learned from doing email marketing. I think that was like from my first 42,000 emails. Now it's like whatever, way more, but that was for my first 42,000 emails sent, like the 13 lessons I've learned. And it's all related to like cleaning your list, how to improve deliverability, how to avoid spam, and just like these kind of technical things. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there. So just go check it out. It's completely for free. It's in the description. And obviously comment if you have any more questions about this. I've kind of tried to blitz through, but maybe I missed out on something. Maybe I skipped something. And obviously like and subscribe and all that YouTube stuff, right? And yeah, hopefully you liked the video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.